Hey Geek family, we're back. This time we're going to check out a video from Ancient Aliens on History Channel. This one's entitled The Vittala Temple Puzzling Pillars. I'm Nathan.
I'm Rachel.
Trinity.
Troy. Jordan.
Almost got a little tongue-tied on that one with the puzzling pillars there at the end. Yeah, we've had some requests to check this one out. Always like to veer off in other directions. I do like checking out the Bollywood stuff and the movie stuff, but it is fun every once in a while to go off of that and check out historical things or tourism stuff. So yeah, this falls in line with that. Looking forward to seeing it. But real quick before we do, just want to say thank you guys again for all your support of the channel. And if you can you guys hit that like and that subscribe button, followed by that notification bell.
Hey! Dong.
Alright, you know what? Let's jump right in. Hampi, India.
Hampi, India. Here lie the ancient ruins of Vijayanagara, believed to have been constructed between the 14th and 16th centuries AD. At its center stands the Vittala Temple Complex, a masterpiece of Indian architecture and the largest and most revered temple in the city.
Vittala
That's
Temple
gorgeous.
was
Look at
built
that.
with the mind of creating a celestial palace here on earth. With that in mind, the king assembled the great the architects and great engineers and then great craftsmen to create this wonderful building that can also have a wonderful sound that will please God.
Attached directly to the temple is what is called the Ranga Mandapa, or the stage pavilion. Here there are many pillars, some reaching to a height of nearly 12 feet. There's a series of what are called compound pillars, where you have a central pillar surrounded on all sides with smaller colonnettes.
Dang.
These colonnettes are famous because when they're struck, they emit beautiful and haunting sounds.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is.
According to the local guides at the temple, the 56 pillars are individually tuned to one of the 7 notes of the Sarigama, an ancient Sanskrit musical scale dating back thousands of years that is still predominant in Hindi music today.
Certain groups of these
That
pillars
was awesome.
have been crafted to represent the tonal vibrations of the scale for different instruments. Some being crafted to represent woodwinds, some being crafted to represent percussion instruments, etc.
Wow.
The British, when they were in charge of India, were mystified by this amazing quality and actually cut one of the pillars to see how it was done. But it was just granite, and it was just very careful workmanship.
While the stone pillars themselves seem like simple technology, recent analyses have revealed they may be comprised of an advanced geopolymer blend of granite with silicate particles and metallic alloys. But what continues to puzzle scientists is that the first basic geopolymers were invented in the Soviet Union during the 1950s, hundreds of years after these pillars were crafted.
Interesting.
That's
As a geologist, how this was done is really baffling and amazing. I've heard reports of people trying to mimic it in modern times, to try to just do a little section of it, even one pillar, and people just haven't been successful. So what were they doing back then? We just don't know.
According to Hindu priests, each of these pillars was specifically tuned harmonically in order to communicate with the gods. So you have to wonder, did extraterrestrial beings come down and give instructions on creating these specific frequencies?
No,
Probably not.
I don't believe it at all.
Probably not.
everyone said it. That's what.
Before we get to what we thought about that, real quick word from our sponsor.
Are you tired of being a killer at your job, but a victim at doing laundry? Try new Geeks Be Gone. Just spray, wash, and watch those stains run in fright.
Wow, Geeks Be Gone really gets out the stains.
Geeks Be Gone should not be used by women who are pregnant or nursing. Don't let children play with Geeks Be Gone. Geeks Be Gone should not be used by men over 40. May cause drowsiness, drooling, temporary blindness, and night terrors. Geeks Be Gone should not be used after midnight. Geeks Be Gone may cause one to wear a hockey mask and have homicidal rage. Geeks Be Gone may cause irrational hatred of camp counselors.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, did extraterrestrials come down and show the Indians back in the day of how to do that stuff? I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say they were just super smart people.
Yes.
That's my whole thing when it comes to I do like watching the Ancient Aliens show, but I don't think they give enough credit to people back then. They weren't dumb.
I'm pretty sure they were way smarter than most of us today.
They knew what they were doing, and obviously that's just a sign right there of just to show you how smart they were, that they could do that. They did it on themselves. They didn't need help from
Yeah, they
extraterrestrials.
probably were a lot smarter because they use their hands every day. They didn't have technology like we do. We just get lazier.
They just had to use their
They had
minds
to use their minds.
to figure all that out. And that's really cool. And I'm curious though, back in the day, did they have a bunch of people playing on it? Can you imagine what that would sound like? A bunch of people
Well, I was
playing
wondering,
on it together?
if there were holes in any of them that the wind went through and it made sounds as well. But I was
know.
really curious to know what state that is in. That's in the Kannada state.
Oh, okay.
It was a notable building idiom that developed during the rule of the Imperial Hindu. But it's got this temple here.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely
I wanted to know
beautiful.
what state it was in. It's in the current Kannada state is what it is.
And of course, the British came along and were like,
Yes. What the hell is there
let's
with
shut
you?
this down and see what's inside.
I dare say, what's inside this building?
Okay.
Did you see
Show
where
us
it
down.
looked like babies were holding up some of those pillars?
Oh, I didn't see carvings.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
there was 10 of them in a little group. I mean, it looked like children. I don't know if it worked.
Oh, I didn't even notice
They
that.
had their arms up like this, holding up some pillars.
So you're sitting here telling me, going back at what Troy was saying, is during the forced occupation of India by the British government, they decided to be smart and stupid at the exact same time and try to cut that open to see what was going on.
Yes. Now, let me just say this. I think for the most part, back in the day, and even so much now, whether they're the British or American or whoever the other places were, they come across stuff like that they don't understand. That is, at least it used to be the go-to to try to figure it out. Hey, let's take one of them and break it apart and see what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like dissecting.
I'm sure most civilizations did that. If they couldn't figure something out, they broke part of it just to look to see if you can use. So, I mean, it does suck. It does absolutely suck that they have to ruin one of them. But I would imagine most places have done that at one point or another in their history.
I bet the people who built that were looking down at those British people and were like, huh, idiots.
It might have been. I don't know. But that was absolutely gorgeous. I like the sound it made too, and the way they said each one was almost.
your
Just
fingers-
imagining everybody playing one of those.
Hopefully they had
Yeah.
tools to hit them with, because your fingers
Start hurting after a minute?
No.
They may have if you had maybe some sort of wood
Drumstick
instruments,
or
something. Or you have, who knows what kind of sound they think you make. Some could be hitting it with their hands, others with some sort of wooden stick.
Maybe
So
they
let me
tie
ask-
something around their
Let me
hands
ask
to
this.
protect
Now,
them.
did you notice that when he was on that one pillar, whenever he would hit a certain side, the certain side would play a different sound?
I want to make because it looked like it wasn't actually a straight. It looked like it curved. It curved, so that's going to cause a different sound depending on where you hit it. Kind of like on a.
Right, but how is it that the same pole, different sides of the same pole made a different sound?
Because
That's what I'm
just
trying to
how
figure
It's called different parts
smartness.
of the pole because if you take a stick and you hit it, the closer you are to the support of something, the higher it's going to get, but the further away, the lower it's going to get.
Okay.
They
Yeah, so that's
did
why.
say the king did hire the best architects and craftsmen and
Yeah,
all
so
that
they
to
know what
build
they were
these.
doing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
they knew
knew
what they were
exactly
doing.
what they were doing.
So I'll just say this, India, it did that. It was able to do all that because they were smart back then. They knew what they were doing. They weren't dumb. They could do stuff like that, and
They didn't need any help.
They didn't need alien intervention to help them do that. Just smart individuals, and it's just amazing to think of back then that they were able to do that. And people are confused today at how, with all the technology and the advancement we have, that they're still confused exactly of how they did it. But it just goes to show you their ability to get things done back then. So thank you guys so much for suggesting this video. I always love seeing stuff like that. Love learning stuff about history and just some of the cool stuff like that I had never heard of that temple. It's very cool to see that a place like that exists. It'd be awesome to visit. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support on the channel. You guys are awesome. Love y'all.
I love you.
Look at him trying to use himself as a
I
great
am, because,
example. That is a horrible example.
Because I am the perfect example of how to do this.
I don't think you are.
So, but okay, guys, ready? In 3,
Worst example.
2.
Ouch.
Hey, Geek family, we're back. Sorry, it was right before I said that. Rachel's like, "Ah." Ouch.
Kind of laugh with it.
Because I tried to hold it in and I couldn't. I was like,
I'm not supposed to look at the camera.
oh, we gotta try it again. That popped up.
Why can't we choke out the cameraman?
Huh? Because I gotta film.
Oh, my hair.
Always a drama queen. Okay, you can put it in the jar. Put it back in the jar.
I don't know why that was so funny.
So, okay, yeah, so... No, so start choking them. And action. Yeah, Geeks Be Gone cannot be used with other contents. Do not use Geeks Be Gone when it's raining outside or sunny. Geeks Be Gone is blah 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 blah. Now, Geeks Be Gone with this. Geeks Be Gone be that. More elbow. Ah!